Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion, and today we are going to be discussing some Halloween costumes based on your aesthetic. Over here on this YouTube channel, we talk about fashion aesthetics ad nauseum. That's probably the number one thing my channel's known for. And I know, spooky season is coming. Happy October, by the way. It's finally October. I'm so happy. And maybe you want to continue your aesthetic into the spooky season. So in this video, we're gonna have over 20 costumes. We're gonna talk about like 5 or 6 different aesthetics, and there's gonna be a range of like cutesy costumes, funny costumes, scary costumes, hopefully a range for everybody. So if you like costumes and fashion aesthetics, please make sure to subscribe to my channel because I post videos every Thursday. And by the time you guys see this, there's going to be 3 days left to send me your costume dilemmas. If after this video you really are still struggling to find you a costume that really works for you, send me a DM on Instagram. The cutoff is October 9th, and then next week on October 13th, I'll be helping you guys with your costume dilemmas. Hopefully that way you guys will be fully prepared for the spooky season and ready to slay this Halloween. Alrighty. So now that all that is out of the way, let's get into our fashion aesthetics. By the way, my Halloween costume, this one was from a few years ago. It is Hot Rod, which is my favorite movie. Decided to put on a little something for the video. So the first aesthetic that we're going to be talking about is coquette, because that is the aesthetic that had my channel blow up. That is the video that is most popular on my channel. So I know a lot of you guys are into that aesthetic. So the first one I thought of, if you want a coquette Halloween costume, would be Eloise, aka the little girl that lives at the plaza in New York. The classic children's book, and that TikTok sound like, who is the little girl that lives at the plaza? I'm Eloise, I'm blah, blah, blah. That's going all over TikTok right now. So I feel like Eloise is in the forefront of people's minds at the moment. With this costume, it would be super easy. You would need a pink bow, suspenders, cute white like thigh-high socks, or maybe like tights, depending on how cold it is, little Mary Janes, a black skirt, white top, hopefully with like a ruffly collar or something, suspenders, pink ruffle bloomers, because if you see Eloise when she bends over, she has like pink bloomers on. And then you can have like a sign or something that has Eloise written in pink lipstick, since that's a staple of all of the books, is like Eloise written in the pink lipstick, just to really drive the point home. You guys will notice in these Halloween costumes, I'm a big fan of sort of understated Halloween costumes that maybe not everyone will get, but some people will get. And I love a little printout context clue for your Halloween costumes. Last year, my boyfriend and I went as the hosts of Jeopardy. I went as Maya Bialik. He went as Alex Trebek, because we're both big fans of Jeopardy. And I printed out little Jeopardy cards, and on the back it said, who are the hosts of Jeopardy? Just to, drive the point home. So that will be a theme in this video, but I think Eloise would be such a cute costume. I think it's so classic, and if you are coquette or if you want to dress very coquette for Halloween, this one would be a good one. Another one that is kind of popular, and I feel like I see this a lot, this is kind of a classic like middle school slutty costume. I know that sounds weird, but when like 13-year-olds are like, I'm gonna be an adult for Halloween this year, and they wear like a slutty costume. One is Little Bo Peep. There's like, you can buy a ton of Little Bo Peep costumes from various sites. Obviously, we are secondhand queens over here. I got this on eBay, and there's so many secondhand costumes on eBay and Poshmark and everything. Really, I hope when you watch this video, none of you guys actually buy things new for your costumes. I hope that you can just like make things up or get them at thrift stores or something. For Little Bo Peep, I think a really cute look, if you were gonna do it yourself and not buy one of the pre-made costumes secondhand, would be like a petticoat, a puff sleeve top, some sort of bonnet, like a shepherd's hook or a cane. You can get these at Spirit Halloween, so I get if you have to buy that new. You can also get canes at like thrift stores and just like paint them. I think carrying around a stuffed sheep would be really, really cute. Again, driving the point home. I love a little context clue. And something like with a dress that goes over the petticoat in like a farmer's pattern, so like a gingham, a plaid, a polka dot, something like that. There's not really like a set Little Bo Peep costume. Obviously there was like the Toy Story one, but I think as long as you look kind of shepherdess with a bonnet and a staff, and then you have a sheep. It doesn't really matter what else you're wearing. People will get the general idea. This would be really cute for a coquette look, just because you can go really, really girly and hyper femme with this. And I don't know, carrying around a little sheep. If you could find like a purse that's shaped like a sheep, that would be even better. So the third coquette costume I have for you guys is black swan or ballerina or a dead ballerina, something in that ballet realm. Ballet core was obviously a huge trend this year, and I think ballet core sort of falls under the coquette general aesthetic. Very pink, very feminine, and this should be pretty easy. Like a leotard, tights, leg warmers, ballet flats, a high bun. You could do like fully just go ballet core and just be like a ballerina. You could do that, put a little blood, be a dead ballerina. When in doubt, if you have like kind of a basic costume, be the dead version. That is my Halloween tip. Or you could do like black and white swan with like a friend or something. You guys could both go as Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis, or you could just go as black swan. I actually did that my freshman year of high school, sophomore year of high school. Here's a picture of the makeup I did. KMS. I think that would be another way to be like super femme, super hyper feminine, super cute, super girly for Halloween while still having a Halloween costume, especially because Black Swan is a little like spooky. So that's a good girly Halloween costume that has a spooky undertone. Also think I love, again, like a quirky costume. You could literally be like the coquette aesthetic and just have like 100 bows, frills, ruffles, lace on you, wear a ton of pink and just put like hashtag coquette on your chest and just like, I don't know. You know, I think with all these aesthetic costumes, I also think going as an aesthetic is so funny as a costume, like going as the coquette aesthetic. Or a few years ago, one of my friends went as the year 2005 and she had like a Von Dutch hat, juicy couture track pants. Like she just went as like the year 2005, so maybe going as just the overall coquette aesthetic would be really, really funny. So the next aesthetic that we're gonna talk about the next aesthetic we're gonna cover with costumes is the old money aesthetic. The first one I thought of is a couple's costume, and it would be JFK and Jackie O. Classic old money couple. I also think Princess Diana would be a great old money look. You could do her bicycle shorts look. You could do the revenge dress look. There's a few Princess Di outfits you could do, but I think that would be a pretty iconic old money look. But with the Kennedys, you could do a classic pink suit, but I honestly think any 60s shift dress or suit set with a pillbox hat that matches will sell the point, right? Like when you think Jackie O, you think brunette, pillbox hat, and then a guy can just wear a suit with an American flag pin, make sure the hair is JFK style. I know TikTok is roasting Jackie O alive right now, but she is a classic beauty. She is classically old money, and I think she would make a great Halloween costume. Next one is kind of basic, and I feel like when I was growing up, this was a very classic Halloween costume, but you know what? It works, and it's old money as hell. Audrey Hepburn as Holly Golightly in Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's basic, but it's classic. High bun, round sunglasses, black dress, pearls, a cigarette holder, black heels. Everybody's gonna know who you are. If you wear a black dress, a cigarette holder, pearls, and a high bun, that is literally all you need. Everyone's gonna be Audrey Hepburn. Like, people are gonna know what you look like. And I think this would be so pretty and fierce as a look. It's sexy, it's mature, it's classy, and everybody will immediately get it. The next old money Halloween costume idea is another couple's costume. You could go as Gatsby and Daisy, or just a flapper in general, but I think going as like a Daisy Buchanan from The Great Gatsby would be really, really pretty, like very luxe flapper. I feel like we see a lot of cheesy, trashy flappers around Halloween, but I think this time go like more luxe flapper. Get like a fur stole, is that what it's called when it goes around your arms? Meredith Blake from The Parent Trap I think would also be iconic. You need that black and white hat with a black dress. This would be good if you're blonde as well, and if you want to do like a group costume, if you have two other friends, they can go as Lindsay Lohan's characters in The Parent Trap. But I think Meredith Blake definitely, I mean, even the name gives off old money vibes. And then of course, like I said, I love a quirky like costume. I think if you went as a literal nepotism baby, like dressed up like a baby and just put like nepotism on you, or like my daddy got me my job. Hilarious. Or you could go as literally old money, like dress in all green with like Benjamins all over you. You can print out like fake money and put it all over you, and like dress like an old man, and you can be old money. I think it's funny. Not aesthetic, but it fits the aesthetic. All right, the third aesthetic we're gonna cover is dark academia. This one I had some trouble with. I think just because dark academia is such a male-dominated aesthetic that it was kind of hard trying to find costumes that fit it. The first one is something my best friend did a few years ago, is Miss Mochaccino, do like from Extremely Goofy Movie. A beret, a black turtleneck, red hair, dark lip only on the top, carry around like a book of poetry, and you can even have like I love you from Max or something in the book just to drive the point home. If you have a partner or a friend or whatever, they could be Max. It's not super dark academia, but she wears dark clothing. She does poetry. I don't know. I feel like it sort of fits the overall realm. Have I not been recording this whole time? Right, so the next dark academia costume that I was thinking of is I think it would be so hot and sexy to do a gender bend version of Milo from Atlantis. Like low ponytail, big glasses, map, the like culottes that he wears, little vest. Or you could do the like bow tie, middle part vest trouser look that he does. I don't know. I think this would be so hot on like a girl, and I don't know. I love a gender bend costume. I mean, Halloween is for everyone, so that's what's fun about it. Again, you could do a couple's costume with the girl character in Atlantis with the blue hair. That would be really, really hot. Next one is more of a group costume, but you can also do individual ideas, which is the Clue characters from Clue the movie, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. I am actually going as one of the Clue characters this year for Halloween. I won't tell you which one, but the women in the movie definitely give like old money vibes, like Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock, Miss White. Maybe not everyone will immediately catch the costume, but people who get it will get it, and like that's the tea. I love like Halloween costumes where only certain people will get the joke. I have a group of like 6 people. You guys could all go as one of the Clue characters. I think that would be really, really fun. At least in college, I did a lot of group costumes, so I wanted to throw in some there. But even if you just went as like Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock or something, that would be awesome. Okay, this one I saw when I was looking up like dark academia Halloween costumes. I don't know what I saw. Edgar Allan Poe. Hilarious. Dress slutty, have a mustache, have a crow on you. This costume, this picture, hilarious. I think Edgar Allan Poe is an amazing Halloween costume, and I hope some of you guys take this suggestion. And then another group costume, not that funny, you guys probably won't like it, but go as Dead Poet Society, but everybody dresses up like a dead poet. Wah wah. Fourth fashion aesthetic that we're gonna cover for Halloween costumes is indie sleaze. I definitely feel like this is gonna be a big theme this year for Halloween. And for this one, I think the best way to go is like just stick with the icons and their iconic looks of this time. So the first thing I thought of was Paris Hilton with the smudgy black eyeshadow and that silver dress. People do go as this for Halloween. It's not basic, but like it's a little bit common, but I still think it's just like so iconic, especially if you had a couple other friends who went as like Kesha and like Lindsay Lohan or something. Like if you got like a whole like trio being like trashy Y2K women, love it. And I mean that in the best sense. Another thing, if you had a best friend, a duo, would go as the Olsen twins. Like just wear the most ridiculous outfits, have the most intense eyeliner, and like do all your pictures like that. Carry around like trashed handbags, but just put like Birkin on it. Maybe have like a Full House thing reference sticking out, or like some sort of Mary-Kate and Ashley reference like sticking out, just to like drive the point home. But I think going as the Olsen twins would be such a funny, because you would look like 2 witches. Like if you and your best friend dressed identical with your like trash Birkins and just made that face in every photo. That would be a great indie sleaze costume. The next one, this is also kind of common, but I think it's iconic, and this is an indie sleaze costume that people would immediately get the moment they see you, which is Kesha. Especially if you do the star makeup that like everybody does, crazy scrunched beach curls, tacky 2010 outfit, put glitter all over, the blue lipstick. I mean, Kesha, there's just something, you don't even have to copy an exact look, but if you have the curls, the makeup, the glitter, and like a 2010 outfit, people will know that you're Kesha. Maybe even carry around a bottle of Jack if that's your vibe. That would be a great indie sleaze outfit. I feel like it would be really easy to recreate as well, and people will definitely know who you are the moment you walk in. And then another one, this is kind of niche, but I think it's a little bit rad. So maybe this is one for the cool kids. You know, I have to put in one for the cool kids at the end of each of these little aesthetics. Is Corey Kennedy and the Cobra Snake. It's like part of indie sleaze culture. Cobra Snake threw all the parties and did all the famous photography for the indie sleaze era. And Corey Kennedy like used to sell t-shirts at the Cobra Snake parties and like was a huge muse for the Cobra Snake. So I think it would be really, really funny if someone went like completely indie sleazed up, like basically just cosplay as Corey Kennedy. And the other one goes as a snake with the camera. Anyone think that's funny besides me? That could be a good group costume as well. Like someone is the Cobra Snake, like a snake with a camera, and everybody else is like trashy. It might be something that only millennials get and like cool Gen Zers that are into the indie sleaze movement, but I think it's a cool, unique costume. And the fifth aesthetic that we are going to be doing Halloween costumes for in this video, at least, is cottagecore. I thought of this yesterday and I thought it was so cute. Frog and Toad. It's a duo costume. Like do like green and brown outfits. I've seen these like knitted frog headbands with little frog eyes that you could get, or like you could do some sort of frog ears or something. One wears like green eyeshadow, one wears brown. If you had like a bicycle built for two, that would be even better. But I think that is like such a cutie costume going as Frog and Toad. I love it. The next one, which I think is like very, very common, but I mean, cottagecore, I love everybody's like makeup that they do in cottagecore. So I think doing like some sort of mushroom fairy or just a fairy in general, or like you could pick a theme, like a water fairy, a fire fairy, whatever, harvest fairy. But I think that would be really, really pretty. You know, cottagecore is kind of known for that. And there's so many tutorials to make these like mushroom hats. So if you just do that and like cutie makeup and then you could just wear a dress, very cottagecore, very Halloween-y. And I'm sure if you pass out candy to little kids, or if you work with young kids, they'll really appreciate it. My boyfriend and I thought about doing this a few years ago, but being a mushroom and a gnome, I think is really cute. Like just pointy hat, beard if you have it, and then someone goes as like a mushroom. I think it's cute. Another one, this is good for a massive group costume or just for yourself, but Maria Von Trapp from The Sound of Music. I actually have this dress that I got that looks so much like The Sound of Music dresses. You had 7 friends or something that you guys wanted to all dress up. Like you could do the Von Trapp family children, or you could just do Maria Von Trapp in general. Briefcase, the guitar, the petticoats, the short hair, or you could do Maria and the captain as a couple's costume. Very cottagecore and also just like beautiful, classic, iconic. And I feel like there's not a lot of costumes for people with short hair, so I wanted to throw that in there as well. Next one is, I mean, I'm hesitant to say this because I know everybody and their mother is gonna go as this for Halloween. It's actually one of my backup costumes in case I run out. I always plan for 3 costumes, but then I have a 4th backup in my mind in case something happens. That is Pearl / Maxine, which is technically cottagecore. I'm counting it as cottagecore because in the Pearl movie, I'm referencing the Pearl and Maxine movies, Mia Goth is wearing that red high neck frilly like Victorian collar with the axe and the braids. I think that's cottagecore. It's spooky cottagecore, but it's still cottagecore. You had a friend, one could be Pearl, one could be Maxine. Their Pearl look besides the high collar look is the overalls with the Peter Pan collar and the bandana, and then someone could do Maxine with the blue eyeshadow, the bandana, the overalls with no top underneath, or you could just go as Maxine. I mean, to be fair, everybody's gonna be Maxine this year. everybody is going to be Maxine this year. Like, that is going to be the costume of the season. So a bit basic. I think if you're going to want to go in that realm, I would actually go for Pearl over Maxine, just so you could still be trendy, but you're not doing the most obvious costume that literally everybody is doing. However, if you did want to be Maxine, if you are someone that's basic for Halloween, blue eyeshadow, bandana, overalls, nothing underneath the overalls if you feel comfy with that. If not, I would just put like a bikini top or like a bandeau or something. I'm counting those as cottagecore looks. Farmer's Daughter, Take One, you know? By the way, I'm obsessed with those movies. Leave a comment down below if you've watched those movies too. I'm really excited for the third one to come out. And with that, those are the 5 fashion aesthetics that I am going to cover for today in terms of Halloween costumes. I hope this gave you some ideas and at least maybe inspired you. Maybe it sparked a different idea. If you do any of these Halloween costumes, definitely like let me know and like tag me in it on Instagram or something. I would love to see it. And let me know if you feel comfy. Let me know what you're gonna be for Halloween this year. I'm someone that does like to keep my Halloween costumes on the secretive side, so I do get if you don't want to share. So if you don't want to share, tell me your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever done. I would love to know. One of mine is definitely my hot rod costume. I just did stunts all night and it was so fun. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram because I post content there every day. And don't forget to DM me on Instagram if you are still struggling with costumes after this video, after the Spooky Girl Bosses Who Slay video, after the Halloween videos I did last year. I have a whole Halloween costume playlist that I'll put after all of that. If you still can't find you a costume that works for you, send me a DM, and on October 13th, when that Thursday, when that video comes out, I will give you even more suggestions. So hopefully by next Friday, every single one of you has a Halloween costume that you guys are excited about. Alrighty, and with that, have a spooky, spooky day. Bye.